Hey guys, it's Clovis, and today we are going to have a look at the modding tools that I used for the Duelists of the Roses Redux mod, which you should totally play if you haven't. The link's going to be up in the corner. One of the tools here was made exclusively for this Redux mod, and is the most up-to-date tool. It has a lot of features. I basically call it the multi-tool. We're also going to be looking at the other tool I used by Thoughtcicle, who made the map editing tool a while ago, which I also used for the mod. So between these two people that made these two modding tools, I was able to basically create the entire Redux mod from that. So you yourself, with your imagination, will be able to create something just as good, if not better, than the Redux mod if you put your mind and time to it. You can go straight to the description to download these tools, but obviously I want to spend this video talking about how to use them. So let's get straight into it. So first of all, let's take a look at the Dotter map editing tool. So this is obviously to edit the maps in Duelists of the Roses, and this was made by Thoughtcicle. I love this tool. It might just be a single use compared to the multi-tool. That will be way more impressive to a lot of you, but I just love how it's designed. So let's have a look at it. So this is the page, obviously, that is in the description. I am just going to simply click the latest version, and then we look at dottermap.zip, click on that, and it should download. Yep. It'll scan for viruses. I wouldn't link you guys a virus. We just drag this to the desktop. You can put it wherever you want. Literally wherever you want. I just obviously wanted to show off Queen of Pain in the background here. Anyways, so what we do is, well, actually, first of all, you should make a copy of your ISO of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists of the Roses if you only have one. That way you can edit it. So I'm just going to rename this one Demonstration, because otherwise you won't be able to go back to it without making the changes manually again. So remember your folder, wherever you put your ISOs. I'm just going to copy it now, so that when it prompts us to load an ISO in the tool, we can just load up one of these. So open this up. We can see slots not loaded. We need to load a ISO. So go open, and then obviously you can use the other tools. There should be a description how to do that. But I personally just load up the ISO. And yeah, we will go for Demonstration ISO, the one that I just copied. You can click on any of these maps and simply load the map. So you can see this is the Skull Knight one, and you can just click on whatever tile here and edit it to your will. I'm not going to edit this map though. What I'm going to do is go to the Taya map, because that's the first one. Load that. This is where the red rose is. So the red rose is always on the bottom, and that is very important. I'll show you a better example. So you can see, again, Tristan, who is the red rose. Remember, you're the white rose side when you verse it. This is his side of the map at the bottom. So keep that in mind whenever you are editing the opponents that are actually red rose duelists. They will always be on the bottom. It even says that here. It's useful. White and red. Isn't that cool? So let's just go and edit Taya's map just for demonstration. And we can do whatever the hell we want here. We can make the whole thing normal if we want. We can put labyrinth and random spots just for the hell of it. Why don't we just make a line of mountain, and then, you know, you can be creative with it. We'll say there's forest either side in the mountain, and then after the forest is a bit of grass. And then maybe on the sides there's a bit of a river, and you can just do whatever you want. You could even make the entire thing labyrinth if you want, which I wouldn't recommend because you wouldn't be able to win. So then you go back to the injector, and then inject the map. Yes. So now it's written to the memory. Would you like to save changes to the slots or ISO now? This may take a while for you to save an ISO. You just hit yes. Changes were saved. There we go. So now Taya's map is whatever we edited it to, and you can do this for all of the maps. If you want, you can go into Tristan's, load that, change them, but for the sake of brevity, I'm just going to do that one. And now we go to the multi-tool, which I use to do basically everything other than edit the maps. You can see no one's really aware of this. This is the debut of this modding tool. So if you use this, you'll be able to edit basically everything in the game except the maps, which you use Thoughtcicle's tool for. So why don't we go ahead and download it? You click on the zip to download it. So we open it up, and you can see all this. So we need to extract this. And of course, again, I'm just going to extract it to the desktop. And then you open it up, and of course, again, it will be an application file. This stuff, I believe, is necessary around it. So make sure you extract it all and not just the application. And of course, run it. And then we'll go to the demonstration again. We'll just open up whatever ISO. Again, if you only have one, then back it up before you make changes, so you can always go back to the original. And look at this. So what the hell is going on? I am going to show you guys how to do everything that I did. So why don't we go to Taya's deck. Again, you can edit all of the starter decks here. if you want. So if you want to change the contents of the starter deck, you can simply click on them and then just change whatever you want. I'm going to show you how to do that, obviously. Let's go to Taya, Dancing Elf. So if we want to change the deck leader, we go to the trunk on the left, right click, make deck leader. So Taya's gonna now have a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck leader once we save this. We can also change her rank. Why don't we give her Senior Admiral, not SD, just Senior Admiral, just because we can. And we'll just save it. And that's it. Already, we gave Taya a Blue Eyes White Dragon. It is that simple. And we can change the contents of our deck. So we can remove any of these cards simply by right-clicking them. Also, funny enough, you can use this tool to actually look at all the contents of the enemy decks and everything right in front of you. I bet you feel like a pro hacker right now. So, again, if we want, we can look at some of her cards. We can sort by deck cost, which is something that I always like to do. And we can just eject cards. And you will see, where you have to left-click before you right-click to remove. You'll see she has 3 cards missing. And we can just add in some Blue Eyes White Dragons to fill it in. We'll just give Taya some Blue Eyes White Dragons, why the hell not? And save. And of course, you can spend as much time as you want on the mod that you make. I mean, this is basically, I spent weeks and months doing this sort of thing until I eventually got what I did with was the Redux mod. But you can always just have a minute to have a bit of fun and do whatever you want. So again, you can go back to the starter decks and simply change all of their ranks to whatever you want. I'm just going to change them all to Admiral, why not? I'll just change a few to Admiral. Yeah, Knight Pasha, I think can be Admiral as well. We don't even need to pick one, because what we can actually do is change the rank thresholds later. So this is just the deck editor modding tool. I basically told you everything that I need to tell you about that, right? So let's go to card properties. So, card properties. You can actually change various values. You cannot change the name, but you can change the attack and defense of every single monster in the game. You can't change the type or attribute yet, but you can change the level and the deck cost. So obviously you can spend as much time as you want. You can make Blue Eyes White Dragon, I don't know, 250 attack, 100 defense, because I don't like Blue Eyes White Dragon. You can always change it to level 1, because, you know, it reflected stats a little bit. And the deck cost, well, look, we got 250 plus, so it's 4 deck cost, okay? Blue Eyes White Dragon is now 4 deck cost, and you can enable it in the slots. If you want, you can just left-click every single card to be available in the slots. Why don't we do that? In fact, I am going to do that. We'll just make all the dragons obtainable in the slots, and then we can always just give Taya a bunch of dragon cards if we really want. It is totally up to you. I mean, really, you can just click whatever you want. You can make Exodia available in the slots. You can do whatever the hell you want. You can turn anything and everything into a slot rare. You can add everything into the reincarnation pool. One thing to keep in mind, you can enable the passwords. Now, I don't actually know these passwords myself. Maybe I can get someone to put a link in the description if that's relevant at some point, if someone wants that. But the point here is, you can add everything and everything into the slots if you want, just by left-clicking and enabling it to drop in the graveyard slots. You can also make anything a 3-in-a-row slot rare, but keep in mind that if a card isn't preloaded as a slot rare, then it won't load the image for it. This won't cause any issues, it just doesn't look as nice. Any card can show up in reincarnation, of course, if you click it. And as I explained, the password working is the same again, which we manually disabled every single password at Redux mod. And then, of course, you can enter in the attack and defense. You can even make, where is Leogun? Let's find my boy Leogun. Here we go. Oh, Leo Wizard, that's what I'm looking for, Leo Wizard. We can just make him 8,000 attack and defense. I mean, why not? I mean, damn, his deck cost would be actually 160. We can make Leogun 160 deck cost. I don't even know if it'll go up to 160. I believe the attack doesn't go any higher than like 8192 or something like that, just because of the way the game is coded. But we can just make Leo Wizard 8,000 attack, because why not? We're using a dummy version of the game, a clone version of the game, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, and now because Taya has a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck leader, we can go ahead and make her overpowered. Deck leader abilities, you know exactly what this tab would do. Right click, edit selected cards. So keep in mind, there are some errors with weaken specific enemy type. The logic is hard-coded. You can enable this on dragons, but it will use the default, which will not be very good. So Be wary of stuff like weaken specific enemy type. What else is there? There should be... If you give level cost reduction to a monster that normally doesn't get it, then they won't actually get reduction for their own type, because that data is external. But other stuff actually works. So, hidden card? Yeah, we can give it hidden card. We can give Taya hidden card, why not? Extra slots? Sure, why not? LP recovery for Taya? Why not? And of course you can actually edit the rank that they unlock it. We'll just give it all at 2 LT, why not? Terrain change. Again, this will be specific. As you can see, all of the types will be dark because that is a default. So you can give this to, for example, zombies and stuff like that, and it will actually make dark terrain on the ground, which actually favors them. So keep that in mind, you know, any monster that wants to make dark. So spellcasters and fiends obviously make dark, and the only other ones are zombies. So it makes sense to give this ability to low-level zombies if you like, but I'm not going to give her that because that doesn't really favor dragons or fairies. So I'm not going to do that. Direct damage halved? You bet we're going to give her that. Extended support range? Why the hell not? Improve resistance for same type friendlies? You bet. Improve strength for same type friendlies? Of course. Open opponent's card? Yep. Movement boost for same type? Yep. We're just going to enable everything. Spellbind specific enemy type? Oh, well this will be the default. I don't know what the default is. This information isn't right here, but I guess you can test this yourself and confirm and always give information back, I believe, on the GitHub page. We're not going to give her that, though. Weaken specific enemy type? No. Destroy specific enemy type? Well, you know what? Why don't we just do this anyway? Why don't we just give her Spellbind? Who knows what it's going to Spellbind or destroy? I don't even care. I don't even care. So now, Blue Eyes White Dragon has basically all the leader abilities. Why not? We're just going to do that, just to demonstrate. By the way, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but you probably want to save every time you make a change, and then check it and make sure the game doesn't break or something like that. Otherwise, you will end up with a lot of errors, and make backups of your modding tools. If you're trying to make a serious mod, you want to keep backing up the last edits that you make and everything, otherwise you may end up regretting it. So yeah. Equip compatibility. You know how this works. Right click, left click. And, well, you can enable all of them if you want. I don't even know if this is going to break the game if you just enable everything, right? Because it'll definitely be over the list. So maybe you don't want to do this, but I'm just going to do it anyway. I'm just going to do it anyway, and we'll find out if this works or not. So the non-functional ones, obviously, don't bother. Powered up in Toon Terrain. Funny enough, this actually is how the game handles Toon Monster. It actually is part of the equip list. So when the monster is on Toon Terrain, it counts as like it's been given a power-up temporarily. It won't show up in the text, in the description, like the effect of the monster, because that's part of, like, a separate part of the game. But you will know if something's strong on Toon Terrain because it will tell you, and you'll be able to move 2 spaces with the extra 500 attack and defense. Insect Imitation Metamorph don't work properly, but for example, what Cocoon of Evolution will do is if you equip Blue Eyes White Dragon with Cocoon of Evolution, it will just turn it into Larvae of Moth. So it will apply, and of course, we'll save. Fusions. So this is a massive list. Now you can get a bit of perspective into how daunting it is to edit the fusions of this game, because there are 26,539 fusions in the game. You can do whatever you want here. I'm not going to sit here and edit that. Actually, maybe I should. Maybe, yeah. Blue Eyes White Dragon. That confused with Dancing Elf? Yeah, let's do that. And what should this make? Again, we can click any monster we want. Why don't we make it? We can make it make Leo Gun, right? Sorry, Leo Wizard. I keep calling it Leo Gun. So this 1-star fusion with the 250 attack Blue Eyes White Dragon and the Dancing Elf will make this 8,000 attack monster, which is going to be really, really scary. But I'm just going to do it anyways. Keep in mind that if you have 2 of the same fusion, then the earlier one works and the later one doesn't. So try not to make fusions that are duplicates, or, you know, go back and edit the ones that are to make sure that they work. But because we know Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dancing Elf isn't actually a fusion in the game, we don't actually have to worry about this. So again, lower card and higher card, you want the lower card to be the lower number, and the higher card to be the higher number, obviously. And then the resulting fusion to be whatever you want the first 2 materials to combine with. enemy AI. So this is where you can have a bit of fun. Obviously, this is not reverse engineering the AI, but what you can do is simply go to the opponent you want and give them any AI in the game just with the click of a button. We can just give her something, a very distinct AI is probably Seto. So let's give Taya Seto's AI. She might do that like movement thing. We'll see how this works. This will be very, very interesting by the end of this, right? So let's just click save, and continue on. Hidden cards. So we can change this to whatever we want, of course. Every single one we can. Taya, Servant of Catabolism. We can change this to whatever we want. Why don't we change it to everyone's favorite, Mirror Force? We could change it to Ryoku, we could change it to Mirror Force. We're versus the red row, so row number and column number start 0 in the bottom right. 0 obviously will be the one on the very edge, and then 1 will be like the second tile from the edge, because the first tile from the edge is 0. So we go from there. Why don't we do the one right in front of us, right? Row obviously is horizontal, column is vertical. So row, we'll just do the one right in front of us. 1 will be the, if we move forward, we'll land on row 1, and then column 4 will be the one in the middle. Or no, it will be 3, because it starts from 0. So let's do that. And then the last one is everyone's favorite rank thresholds. Look at these numbers, look at how big these are. So what you can do is just make these as low as you want. So you can just win one duel and your deck leader will get SD. It's that easy. That is it. So we've edited the ever-living crap out of this game, and so all you need to do now is load the ISO you made in the emulator. Remember, this is the one we made, demonstration. I'm going to load this in the emulator, and then we're going to play, and we're going to see exactly what's happened. So again, just to quickly demonstrate, obviously in the emulator you can go see DVD, ISO selector, browse, and go to the edited ISO and load that up, open that up. And then of course, you're good to go. Boot ISO full, and then it should work like normal. You can start a new game and everything if you want, but I am just going to go continue. You can load any old memory card and it'll be fully compatible, just so I can go straight into the Taya duel. I can also have a look at Leo Gun and Blue Eyes White Dragon to see their stats. So let's do that. Oh, look at that. Leo Wizard. Look at that Leo Wizard. It's 160 deck cost. 8,000 attack, 8,000 defense. It is the new God card. It is the new God card. Look at that. We're going to make it our deck leader. We're going to add in 3 of these puppies. 3 Leo Wizard. Look at how high our deck cost is. Now we need to lower it. Oh, there we go. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Oh, Blue Eyes White Dragon. And look at... Oh my god, it's got so many leader abilities that it is just off the screen. So many power-ups that it's just off the screen, and the game still works. Let's just add in some Blue Eyes White Dragon to keep the deck cost low, why don't we? Ah, here we go, we can load in. Are you guys excited to see the map? Oh, look at that, how cool is that? So we've changed the contents of her deck. We've changed the ultimate power of the Leo Wizard. Oh my god, 160 deck cost, that is insane! And then of course you can see, holy crap, her deck leader abilities. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, let's do it. Let's go in. Maybe we already got the hidden card on this field, so maybe that's why it's not demonstrating the Mirror Force, but again, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Let's just hope... Oh, she's doing it! She's got the LP recovery too, but because she's got Seto AI, what she's trying to do is actually get all the way down to this spot, so that's kind of interesting. Again, you can have... Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's see what he does if we play Mystical Elfia. Oh, that's right. Open card. Disable the flip effect. What a shame. What a shame. All the deck leader abilities. Literally all of them. Oh, I was really hoping he was going to fuse Leo Wizard there. But yeah, he's trying to get to that spot. He's trying to get to that spot. We're not going to let him... I don't know to call him or her, because it's like, it's Taya, but at the same time it's Seto. Very, very interesting. Alright, so let's just go with the direct attack of the ultimate god card, Leo Wizard. I don't even care if you flip it up, we're going to attack you directly. Look at that damage. Well, the screen is glitched, but you can see there. Okay, so the leader ability, obviously with direct damage halved, simply, yeah, it's the third one at the top. It just simply halved the damage of the direct attack there. So we couldn't OTK with an 8,000 attack Leo Wizard, which is a bit of a shame, but, oh, yeah, he's scared. He's very scared. Oh, he did it! I think he did it, right? He made the Leo Wizard fusion that we just put in. Let's have a look. You leave that in attack mode. That is going to be 8,000 attack, won't it? Come on, show us. Show us the money. Ah, no, it was Dark Witch. That's disappointing. Oh well. Don't even care. We got Leo Wizard again. We got another Leo Wizard. He's gonna flip it face up, but he can't run from the Leo Wizard. It is impossible. It is just not possible. Oh, yeah, he's scared. He's scared. I don't even care about your power-up. Don't even care. Yep, you move that out the way. See if I care. Close him in with a Leo Wizard. And I think we're good here. Just make a Dark Witch, because why not? She's cool. And yeah, we won the duel, so that's interesting. So again, you can make all these changes, whatever you want, start a new game, and play through that. But just to skip all of the intro, I just loaded into a save that already had all the duels unlocked, because I'd basically beaten the game already. Excellent. I really wish... Oh, that's right, the Blue Eyes White Dragon shows up in the graveyard slot, so we have a chance to get it because we just won the duel. Look at that, Blue Eyes White Dragon in the graveyard slots. Why don't we get a Blue Eyes White Dragon 3 in a row? We didn't edit the 3 in a rows, actually, so... Oh, we missed it. Well, we suck. But there you go, Blue Eyes White Dragon in the graveyard, even though it's like 250 attack now, but that's cool. That's cool. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Obviously, if you watched to this point, if you want to learn more about the tools, that's basically what the video was for. So again, these tools will be in the description. You can use them to edit any Duels with Roses ISO you have. Don't forget to back it up or duplicate it before you edit it, just in case of errors. I mean, you don't have to do that, but you might regret it if you don't. And of course, if you haven't played the Redux mod, if you're here brand new, go check it out. Even though I used these tools, it took quite a long time to use these tools into like a whole new version of the game, which I thought was quite tasteful. So go ahead and check that out, and if you like the video, why not subscribe for more? It's free! Free! I don't have to tell you what to do, you can do whatever the hell you want, but yeah, enjoy. And if you like Duels of the Roses, feel free to check out whatever's popping up on the screen, and yeah, have a good one. Enjoy!